Hi, everyone, and happy Monday. It's Tara here with the Muse Method. Well, we're not going into the Muse Method today, but I want to talk about emotional health. Sorry, hair health is another thing. So, too many times we're talking about mental health and mindset. And I don't know about you, but talking or thinking my way out of my emotions doesn't work. And this is how it is for all of my clients. They have tried every which way to do mantras and so on in order to talk themselves into a different emotion, a higher frequency emotion, right? Because apparently there's higher frequency emotions and lower frequency emotions. And I say apparently tongue in cheek because one of my very favorite books is Power versus Force, and it does talk about the frequencies of emotions. However, every emotion has a use. And so I want to come here and say, have you ever woken up and just felt off? There wasn't any thought or origin behind your feelings. Like you don't even know what it is. And if somebody were to ask you, you could possibly find something. And many times when we find something, we're like grabbing something from out here that sounds logical and putting it on our emotions instead of actually realizing it's an energy that's moving and it's something to be experienced. It's something to be utilized, to be used, rather than logicked out or eliminated. And so I really like to talk to people about emotional health rather than mental health. Emotional health is really important because when you are emotionally healthy, you're willing to see every emotion for the gift that it is and how you can use it in your life. And so this is for teenagers, adults, little kids, and so on. Every single emotion can be a catalyst for great things. Even anger, irritation, anxiety, depression, sadness, not just joy, not just happiness, not just peace, not just contentment. Many times, actually, the lower vibration emotions are greater catalysts for change if we use them for ourselves. The thing is, it's not to logic it out, it's to experience it, process it, and honor ourselves. And we're not really in a society still that honors the fact that we need to honor the emotional state that each one of us are in, and that emotions not taken care of can fracture our bodies and our minds. So, how many of you have been this yourself or had a child who just couldn't go to school that day? They couldn't face whatever it was. They weren't emotionally stable enough to show up. It's one thing to be it yourself, and it's another thing to try and help your child or coerce your child or force your child to go to school when they just can't emotionally do it. And I've been there. I've been the parent who lets my child stay at home. I've had many emotional health days with my children. I have fostered that environment where they're very aware of their emotions. And yet, then there's also times where the pressures of staying involved, showing up for class, the pressures that could happen as a consequence to not showing up force them to go in anyways. And then there's tears, like there's the breakdown of the body that happens when the emotions are too much. And many times it's from showing up joyfully, 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 so many places and so many times when you were anxious, upset, worried, angry, despondent, disconnected, and showcasing what everybody expects around you, which is joy. It's the lying, emotional lying to the self that often fractures our ability to continue to show up healthy, to continue to show up, period. And so I'm just going to give a couple things. So, first of all, if that's you and you need some help, feel free to reach out. Feel free to hit watch my videos more, because I try to give as many free tips as possible. But also sometimes you need to work with somebody, whether it's me or somebody else. It's great to be connected. And you need the support ongoing, or even just for a little while until you get your strength and your awareness up. So here is one of the things that my teenagers especially like, which is the Muse method. And there's scientific proof, and I need to find it so that I can start sharing it, where connection with hands on the body, especially at the heart center, but also with the brain, actually creates a sense of calm and moves us from the mind into the body, where there's greater peace and awareness. And so we're going to connect three things today. We're going to connect touch, breath work, and having our eyes closed. And by connecting those three things, we're going to lower anxiety. We're going to lower the war between the minds so that we can move into the intuition of the body, the awareness of the body, and the calmness of the body. And we're going to use breath work to gain also clarity, right? So, because a lot of times when we're in a fractured state of emotional unwellness, we feel like we're trapped. And so using these three things, it helps us to open the door to possibility instead of feeling trapped in conclusion or just feeling trapped in overwhelm and emotion. So you get to choose where your hands are. A lot of times my clients either go with the chest and the stomach, or the chest and somewhere on the head. And so what I say to you is, put your hand on your body, and then there's a place where you're going to put it, and things just all of a sudden feel like it goes kind of like there's a letdown, like in a really good way, like a relaxation. And that's where you close your eyes. And I want you just to take 5 full deep breaths in and out. So you may need to go longer. I kind of took some shallow breaths just because I'm working with you on this. And as I was doing it, it was interesting because I could feel nature really breathing right outside. It's really windy, and there's a feeling like nature is moving some things as well, moving some of our emotions and some of the energy on the earth. But again, this Muse method is all about opening you up to clarity, awareness, away from conclusion and feeling trapped and overwhelmed. It moves you away from the monkey mind, the war of the mind, and into the peace of the body. And it opens up possibilities. So if you need greater help, which a lot of times we do, I know I do, I have people that I regularly see in order to keep me moving forward on the tracks that I want to move, but also in the space of emotional wellness, please reach out. I always set up first a complimentary call, which is for half an hour. And then beyond that, we can see whether I'm the right person for you and you're the right person that I can actually help on this road of life that you're looking to craft out in a way that's more honoring and kind to you. So I hope you have a beautiful Monday, or whatever day you're listening, where in whatever area of the world that you're listening from. Thank you.